Well, at this point, Bronson Awana joins me live now to take a look at Eagles' ranking in Africa and look at our preparations for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations coming up in Cameroon in a few days' time. While Bronson, the Eagles have ended the 2021 in terms of global ranking in 36th position, and on the continent of Africa, they are 5th. Is this good rating, in your opinion, of the Super Eagles?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a very good rating. Looking at the fact that in 2020, I think we're ranked about 35 this time of the year, and throughout the whole year, we dropped one place lower in the African ranking and the world ranking to 36 this year. So I think we fell short one spot. Not very good. We ought to have aimed to come out or to be part of the top 20 team at least. But maybe NFF will will put that on the targets they'll give the next coach. But on African rankings, we've sit comfortably on that 5th position for a very long time. We've always been 5th. We started the year with 5th position. Of course, we moved up and down during the year, and we've returned back to what is beginning to look like a natural place for Nigeria, 5th in Africa. So, looking for African rankings is same of the same. Expectations were not much. If you look at how we played in 2021, you see that truly Senegal deserved where they are. Look how they prosecuted their AFCON and Nations and World Cup qualifiers. They were very fantastic. And defending champion in Africa, Algeria, 3rd position, not a very bad one for them as well. But we've seen that AFCON tournament generally does not really depend on FIFA rankings. You can be ranked 8, 10 and go on to win the tournament. But for Nigeria, I don't think it was a very good year for us in football.
All right, well, Brownson, something that is a little bit worrying at the moment. Quite a number of teams have released their squads to the Africa Cup of Nations. Cote d'Ivoire has done so, Morocco has done so, Malawi, Ethiopia. These are teams that will be at the Africa Cup of Nations, but we haven't seen Eagles lists.
Well, I would say that Nigerians are not surprised because I think as much as most Nigerians wanted General to leave his position as head coach of Super Eagles, we also consider the timing of the sacking of General. If the NFF or the Sports Ministry Commission had mind or had plans to have sacked him, we thought it could have come earlier. Probably like 3-4 months before this time. They sacked him I think was 7-8 weeks to the African Cup of Nations. So it's very difficult. The new manager right now is finding things very difficult. He doesn't know who to invite and all. It's affecting our preparation. So it's making our hope. They are really dashing our hopes at this point. And if by Monday we still don't get the list of Super Eagles, it will leave us little to desire for this African Cup of Nations. This list has to come out early so that the players and their clubs can start planning early. So, the delay is really not good for us. We hope that the list comes out before Monday.
Well, the sports minister was here sometime early this week, and he was very vociferous in his support of a home-based coach, an indigenous coach, taking the Super Eagles to the Africa Cup of Nations. But there are also those who are on the other camp who do feel that we should bring in a foreigner to take the Super Eagles to the African Cup of Nations. In your opinion, you've followed Nigerian sports for a long period of time. Foreigners, indigenous coaches, which do you think is better for the Super Eagles?
Honestly, the only problem I have with our indigenous coaches is the fact that most of them, for instance, if you look at our league, where we are supposed to pick these coaches from, we don't have a functioning league. Our league just resumed just last weekend after a lot of time. And then this Christmas period, AFCON will take another break for 2 months. And then we come back. So we have coaches that have not really been very active in terms of coaching. So it's a very big problem because, in coaching football, you're as good as your last game. Eguavoen is our coach. I can't remember the last game Eguavoen coached, and I can't even remember the last score. So it's worrisome. Now, if you also look at technical abilities, for instance, I'll give you an instance. Was it 2 days ago? We watched a CAF Super League we saw a South African coach coaching an Egyptian club in the final, and they went on to win that tournament. So if Nigerian coaches cannot get jobs within the country, I think they can also try some African countries so that, just to sharpen their skills. Football is active game. It's not about having a CV and keeping one place. So that worries me for our homegrown coach. It doesn't mean I don't have confidence in them. However, we have most of our players where our national team, where 98% of our team are based abroad. And so that's the only reason I might just want to consider a foreign coach for that I understand how this European plays, how they can blend this foreign European play to African football. So that's where I think African coaches or Nigerian coaches might lose it with our players. So in my opinion, maybe for the World Cup, we might just consider a very experienced foreign coach, not people that will come to Nigeria and use us as a dress rehearsal.
All right. Well, Osimhen, a few days ago, expressed his readiness to be available for the Africa Cup of Nations. Earlier there were reports that he might be out for about 3 months or thereabout, but that has changed now. He has said, look, he would be available 100% for the AFCON. That's a booster for the Super Eagles, isn't it?
It is, but I understand his enthusiasm. He's a player that, even when you've done the call of Napoli, you always you see the die-hard, never say die spirit in him, and that's what the Super Eagles need at this time. But however, I think he needs to get clearance from his club side, the medical team of his club side. They need to give him the green card to say, yes, you can go, you are fit to play. And the last I saw him was unmasked. So I know African football is very physical. So he needs to be very careful if he's coming to play in on African soil, so that he doesn't alleviate the injury. So I think that's subject to Napoli management and the medical team to give him that clearance. But I like the fact that he's a true patriot, coming out with the injury, even though he's not 100% so far, in my opinion, to say he wants to represent his country. That's the kind of spirit we want to see with other players.
All right. Finally, Brownson, with the way that we are going at the moment, our preparations, other countries have released their squads. We haven't released ours yet. Are you confident that the Eagles will fly in Cameroon?
Eagles, it is a natural habitat for eagles to fly. Eagles don't just fly like every other bird. They soar and fly very high. But then you also have to take note that eagles, it takes time for them to grow their wings. In that phase, they put lots of work, sacrifices and all of that. But we've not seen that in our eagles. Flying so high is not magic. Even the real eagles will tell you that. So for me, I just want to enjoy African Cup of Nations. My country will be playing, will be supporting them from here, but my hopes are not high. If you come out from the group stage, it's fine. If you get to the quarterfinals, it's fine. Preparation is key, and we've not seen that. So for me, I'm not going to raise my hopes so high, and I urge all Nigerians to follow same suit.
Well, we can only stay here and support them anyway. Brownson, thank you very much indeed, as always, sharing your thoughts with us on TVC Breakfast.
Always good to be here.
Thank you very much.